don't find that amusing.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
So, later then.
See you later.
So I guess it's a good time for a comeback, a little comeback, because it's been a while since I kind of streamed and played last time. Now the thing is, because I already tried to play The Witcher and I tried to record it, I can't really say it was a big success last time, so I'm kind of trying it again, and I don't know whether I'll do certain things differently, but it's just another try. But I think what's important to mention is the fact that
Lilac and Gooseberries, of course.
Geralt, stop fingering my toiletries.
this is the new version of The Witcher, because it seems like I was well aware of it, and they kind of prevented us all that the CD Projekt Red is gonna do a kind of a remake. It's not really a remake, a remastered version
Old
or whatever.
Witcher's fast asleep.
Call it.
Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
Why?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in this circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Sorry's not good enough. You're gonna read Ghouls and Alghouls in its entirety, appendices included.
No, please! I'd rather clean the stables.
End of discussion. Come on, we'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Not this time. Believe me, you don't want to keep Vesemir waiting.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an Alghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Well, you're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous. Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Yeah, so I was saying that this version is supposed to be of a better quality, you know. It's an HD something remaster, whatever it is. I can't say that I see a big difference with the previous The Witcher 3 version, or whatever, but I don't know, that's just, it looks pretty similar to me, but I mean, probably if someone is able to see the difference.
Let's skip straight to free training. No point going over the basics again.
It looks actually exactly the same for me. I guess.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
A little she-devil. As soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet? Ciri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you. about that. Vesemir.
I've long awaited this, and you, White Wolf.
No.
In any case, I feel like there is something important that I need to mention, and it's the fact that The Witcher is such a game that probably needs to be revisited every like 2, 3, or 4 years. It's a very good and interesting game. Even though this game is not like the best in terms of, I don't know, quality. Graphics, what I meant. The graphic quality.
You all right?
But you know.
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn some way off. We've got time.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in a tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. Ah, how about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
Stuffed unicorn. Used it once or twice. In certain situations.
That's awful.
The things young folk get up to these days.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. The trail's fresh, but it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I hear it. I smell it. Ghouls.
How much ghouls here?
When armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
to say how many, but I feel like there's just so much of them that you can't even count them. It's kind of weird.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No, really upset him too. His theory collapsed.
You actually don't see the minimap. Should do better like that. And you know, there's something special about The Witcher. I mean, I'm not someone who really cares about the graphic part. I don't really think that visual part is that important. For me, I think the most important part is the lesson that you learn from the
War's not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. It's what keeps us going.
So visual part is not really important for me. I mean, it's important a little bit, but I'd rather prefer to learn some kind of a lesson, you know. And The Witcher is one of those games or creations, if we take into the account the fact that there are books and TV series and stuff, and yeah, so if we take into account the fact that there are books and TV series, it's actually a very big universe. Maybe not as big as the Middle Earth, but still. And so it's very interesting, especially in the game, the choices that you need to make, the choices that I hate to make, because basically whole game and whole Witcher universe turns around this idea of choosing between a greater and lesser evil. I really don't like it, but it forces you to choose, and it's just awful. But it's very important.
How's it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
Oh. You'd like a reward, I suppose.
You see, even now you need to choose. Now the thing is, You can play a good Witcher and you can say you don't owe us a thing, but at the same time, Witchers, they are kind of working for money, so if you're kind of playing a role-play game, it'd be more logical to choose the second option. And it kind of forces you to choose. Well, it's, I don't know. He lost his horse, so let's be good guys and choose the first option.
You don't owe us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches heartless. Say they won't lift a finger without pay.
They also say mice are born of rotting straw. Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there? Besides, the innkeep's my cousin. Tell her Bram sent you. She'll treat you like family.
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
Is there... How can I increase the... beam? I don't know how to increase the minimap. Enlarge. Increase the size. Enlarge the minimum.
So, a griffin this close to the village?
Whatever.
Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In the forest or the mountains, sure, but here? Near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn anything.
Hey there.
There is also another important idea that I actually mentioned the last time I streamed it, but it was kind of the first try. It was not really good and stuff, so I'm kind of remaking it again. I hope it will be the last one. The last time that I'm repeating this, and also the last time that I'm actually streaming The Witcher 3 for the first time. And even if I stream it one day, it's not gonna be the first time like this one. It's not it's kind of a first time, you know. So all the things that we see here, even though it's a video game from Poland, that is happening in kind of a medieval Poland or something. These views, these buildings, poor people, and all these things, it's something that kind of really exists in certain rural areas of CIS, Commonwealth of Independent Countries, CIC, COC, right. Basically all the ex-USSR countries, Ukraine, Russia and stuff. So not in the big cities, but in rural areas, in little villages, those are the views. Poor people drinking, animals everywhere. Of course, there are always exceptions, doesn't mean that it's everywhere like that, but in certain poor areas, it exists even nowadays, in 2023, even though it looks
What?
crazy, but that's how it is.
Take that down before there's trouble.
That is your coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
It's probably weird to understand it, especially for Americans or Europeans, but poor areas
Witches?
in those countries are crazy.
I'll not drink with Weaverlost freaks.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy round here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. Ran into your kinsman, Bram.
Ram? How is he?
Alive. Sends his regards.
Master Witches. Food and drink on the house. What can I get you?
Show me what you got behind the counter.
Let's buy these cars. There are some positive things in the fact that you're playing this game for the whatever time that I'm playing it. 5th, 6th time, I don't know. The first time when I played it, the Gwent cards seemed completely useless for me. I didn't even try to do them, to buy them and to find them and stuff. But then eventually, when I actually tried Gwent, because in the very beginning I thought it might be something crazy and complicated and stuff, and when I actually tried it, this is the integral part of The Witcher. If you don't play Gwent, you miss a lot of interesting quests and also an interesting kind of a mini game inside the main game. So it's very important to buy them. Never miss any Gwent card.
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
There a contract on that griffin?
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the aldermen don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first. And seems they hanged the Lord. So no contract.
Shame. We might have done something, but not for free.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, Lilac and Gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Thanks for everything.
I can't say much about inns.
Help you bandage that up?
Please. I'm not decrepit yet.
Then I'll ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Black one's been out measuring the fields.
Let him measure.
I can't say much about inns because
Drommel, you're dumber than a headless
I don't know,
cockerel. Why are they
maybe
marking
it's
out the
only
lines, eh?
me, but I feel like,
Patrimony. Give it to their own.
I don't know, this kind of places where people gather, they probably exist everywhere. But for some reason, whenever I think of a place where people kind of drink like that and eat, yeah, of course, nowadays there are bars and stuff. But when I think about past and other countries, the only thing that comes to my mind are pubs from Great Britain, or like Ireland, whatever. I'm not sure I saw something like that in Eastern countries.
Factions, teams,
Inns, this kind of inns in villages and stuff. But again, I'm not a library. I don't know everything. I'm not an encyclopedia. I'm not a scientist. I don't know everything. So
what a waste of time! The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Got a minute?
Why not? Aldert Geert, Assistant Professor in Contemporary History at Oxenfurt Academy.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher, with tenure. I'm looking for a woman. Long hair, dressed in black and white. Seen anyone like that?
Of course not! Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
Horsewoman of war? What's that about?
Folks say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
I can vouch for the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No,
the
facts
horseman of
interest
apocalypse.
me, not fairy tales.
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench. I wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
Interesting. We need somebody to describe war, what it's really like. Not colorful banners and generals making moving speeches, but rape, violence, and thoughtless cruelty.
Ah, I see you lack the polish of the Academy. Rape and cruelty are details of no import to the war's course. Trinkets on the garment of conflict, one might say.
Tell that to the people whose houses burned down.
I think the only thing that I change about this game, because of course every single game got well, okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I think you'll get the point. Every single game get its own engine when they're being created, and they get some special mechanics. For example, when I think about GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption, their game engine, I don't remember the name, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's very special. Like, I mean, when you do something, the way you fall down, and I don't know, if you push someone or you fight someone, you see that it's not the same as in The Witcher. So every game has its own unique mechanics and stuff. And so I'm actually fine with the game engine in The Witcher 3. Yeah, it's not the best and stuff, but whatever. I'm actually even fine with the fact that you can't properly jump, and when you jump, you roll then after whatever. He's doing a lot of weird things. But I think the only thing that I don't really that I change are probably NPCs and their faces, because a lot of NPCs got the same faces, and it's kind of bothering me. And generally speaking, it's not something that is particularly good. But you know, I can't really expect big things from CDPR. That's it. It's a Polish studio. Poland is still considered as an Eastern European country. They don't have as much money as Ubisoft or EA or anyone else. So I kind of understand certain choices that they made and why they sacrificed certain things. But that's it.
War reached Novigrad yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other, drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Many a ruler's choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
Gotta go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
No, and I don't have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
Why not?
Splendid. Here's how it's done.
Splendid. Okay. Let's take certain cards. This one, this one, this one. These three are useless. How much cards do I have? Total cards in deck 33. I don't need them. Let's get rid of this guy. This two as well. I can't. Okay. One and one. It will be 4 because they are multiplying. Total cards in deck, because I need to remove this. They're completely useless. I don't like them. Pointless. And I will take this to Gasicate before. And decoy, 3 blue stripes, commando, that's great. This guy, do I even need him? 4, like this 2. Can I remove something else? I need this one for catapults. And that's it. Well, let's start it like that for now. I don't need this one. Okay, let's use this one for now because I don't have anything else, right? The leader ability, and I need the Foltest, the Siege Master. This is one of the best abilities here, at least in my opinion. This is how I play. I'd rather double the strength of my siege unit, so this is a very good one for the Northern Realms. Basically, it's a game of cards, and that's it. There's nothing difficult about it. There are bonuses, but there is some time of learning to actually master all these things. It's not gonna take long. You just gotta play a couple of games. I think even the first time that I played this game, even though I didn't really know how to play it, I still won it, and it's kind of normal. Everyone is supposed to win this one. I mean, you see kind of the numbers, so you kind of see that it's gradually getting lower and lower numbers, so it means probably that they're weaker or something. That's it. Draw. Let's see. I don't need I actually got some catapults. I would probably shoot this one. Oh, this is a good one, a spy. And probably I'll leave it like that. So.
Well, it's not a game for everyone.
Oh no! What?
Requires
Oh
an analytical mind.
no! Oh, whatever.
If you ever find yourself in Oxenfurt and wish to play a true master, ask for Stepan. A simple innkeep by trade, but a true maestro when it comes
pressed
to
the wrong
Gwent.
button.
I'll remember that.
It happens.
Thanks.
Can I play one again?
Ah!
We can play.
Let's play this game of yours.
Okay. I made a mistake. I pressed the wrong button. You go first. Yep. Whatever. Get a spy. Get a spy. Okay, whatever. My bad. It happens. It happens. It's. So basically, when you see a number, you see this number corresponds to the power. The power, or you can call it however you want. But the point is to, at the end of the round, to have the maximum amount of points. So right now I'm winning. You probably see it. His card got 4 points and mine 1.5. So it's not that difficult. Those are bonuses, they are doubling each other, but only because they have a special ability, you see. Now I replaced the with the decoy card, you see, when you swap with a card on the battlefield to return it to your hand, because my opponent used the fog special card, and it reduces the amount of points that it gives you, or power, or whatever the name for it, to 1. And there is the same thing for this is a ranged row, melee row, and a siege row. So there is a special card that blocks every row. But I have an ability here, so clear any weather effects, so I can clear it. But I use the decoy for now, so it's fine. And I got a spy. That's amazing. Place on your opponent's battlefield counts towards the opponent's total, and draw 2 cards from your deck. So it's great. It's great. Spy cards are Northern Realms and Nilfgaard. They usually this is Nilfgaard and Empire and Northern Realms. Both of them play mostly with spies. They have spy cards, and even though it gives 5 points to your opponent, it actually gives you 2 additional cards, and if you have very strong cards, sacrificing 5 points to give it to your enemies, it's not a big deal. And I'll just go all in, and I'm not gonna pass the round, because usually what happens when you give spy cards, it's better to, if you have several spy cards, then you give them to your opponent, because he has more power, because there are spy cards with 10 power, I think, or 8 power or something. So imagine if you give 3 or 4 cards that are 5, 6, 7 points, that are worth 5, 6, 7 points, your opponent will have more power than you. But this is because it's the first game, it's always easy. It's always easier than the rest of the one game, so there's no sense to pass the round and lose it, and that's it. I think I can try to win this one. Well, if I'll lose, whatever. But somehow I doubt I'll lose. some reason. But we'll see, I don't know. For sure. So you got a special ability. To adds +1 to all units in the row, so it's a very good one. Because he got no cards, so he's passing and winning the game, so it's great, it's great. Now that I won...
An interesting round. If you desire a rematch, let me know.
Will he give me something? I think every time you win a game, you say, I got a miraculous guide to Gwen. And basically it's a very important book to find missing cards, because you can collect a certain amount of cards. There are 4 decks: Northern Realms, Nilfgaardian Empire, Scoatel, whatever, and not beasts, but whatever, monsters. I don't remember their name. And basically you get a bunch of cards to collect to have a full deck. And so one deck, you see, Northern Realms, Scoatel, monsters, and Nilfgaardian Empire. And then I think there will be a 5th one in the DLC, but it's gonna be later. But the thing is, you need to collect cards for those decks. There are certain cards that are the same, like weather effects, and like here, Sultan, for example. But other in Roach. But other cards are not available. See, I got a bunch of cards in Northern Realms, but I don't have them in other factions. So that's it. And this miraculous guide to Gwen is very important. And I got a new card, Sultan. So it's great.
Looking for a woman.
Like everyone.
Not like everyone. And not just any woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries, dresses in black and white.
2 schnapsies. It'll lift your spirits.
Don't generally drink with strangers.
Come. I know this to be a vile place. You might down a little glass merely to aid digestion.
Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Never mentioned her name.
Yet you described her perfectly. And once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
What do you do? Who are you?
A mangy vagrant. Gone to Rodim, at your service.
Vagrant? That a profession now?
Once a merchant of mirrors. The madding crowd dubbed me Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass.
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
Into Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
Recognize me from Master Dandelion's ballads too?
To your health.
You seen Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
None of your business.
Yes. As a vagrant, I deserve no explanation.
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you appeared, it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
A Nilfgaardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
Where?
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night, black and white, gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with the garrison commander and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
We men of the road must stick together. Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble and you'll be nearby to help.
Let's go somewhere.
Done drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Then fuck off.
Don't want your kind here.
Wouldn't want to stay long anyway.
Maybe not. And maybe you'll just stay forever.
6 feet under.
What the fuck? You're dead!
Come on.
Me gran told me about the Smith's boy. Lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting nearby. Started poking him, asking. When he started twisting and swirling, so wham bam, they
Void 'em up. Will you raise a glass with me?
It's Dervan now. D-E-R-V-A-N. Not Goidemar.
But, what do you mean? I know what they named you at your cutting. What kind of name is that anyway? Dervan.
Nilfgaardian. My gran
Don't
was
you
from
look at
Nazare.
me.
Oh, so that's how it is. Then by my leave, Master Dervan, may the Gold Sun guide you far away from my land.
Everything's gonna be fine.
It looks... There is some kind of a... I don't know, magic or something when you play this game. The overall feeling of this villages and things in Velen.
Kings do the fighting,
But you know,
peasants do the dying.
I think the sad part is that in certain places that's truly how it is, and like in real world, and in the video game it looks fine. In the real world it looks sad. People doing nothing in their lives, just drinking, fighting, and living like peasants or whatever. I just don't know. It's kind of sad. This is why me, for example, I don't really like small villages and stuff. There is absolutely nothing to do there.
Magic. A place of power.
Damage. Oh. They don't give the skill points anymore for these places. It's weird. That is really weird. I didn't expect that. I think before they were giving you skill points. Oh. So is it actually coming from this place? I'm not sure. I need this for with the dialogue. I don't know, I have a choice. In certain dialogues you can influence people with the sign, so it's very useful.
Hey,
You need all the signs, you need all the weapon and phrase, you need all everything, you need potions. You just need so much things that you don't have enough skill points, so usually what you do is you choose one particular way of playing, for example chemicals. If you're playing as some kind of an alchemist and you're just making potions and stuff.
Faster.
And poison yourself with chemicals. Or you play as a warrior and you swirl your sword and that's it. Or you play as some kind of a very simple mage and you're influencing people using like, I don't know, axe, igni and stuff, or, you know. Boy. Boy, I'm dead. Okay. My bad. My bad. It's been a long time that I played this game. I'm pressing middle mouse button too, actually, instead of tab.
Nice meeting you.
Oh boy. To summon this wheel.
Come on, Roach.
And it's not really working, so
Looking for trouble?
maybe they might have actually changed certain hotkeys. I'm not entirely sure. Inventory. Yeah, I have no skill points, so
Slower.
Those signs, they're actually giving you points, they're just not mentioned. Which is funny, because before they mentioned, before the update, but it seems like now they are not mentioning it anymore, which feels kind of weird. Really. Just keep that in mind, I guess.
Place of power. Should draw from it.
I'll do it faster this time, since I can. Ignition intensity increased, but now that if you press K, okay, you see you got a points available. You got a skill point, which is weird. But whatever. Now kill those dogs somehow. I can actually nuke those barrels with Digny, and we'll see big boom.
Giving me no choice.
Going with that. I also need to purchase the this one, the gourmet ability. Eating food regenerates vitality for 20 minutes. This is one of the most important abilities. They introduced it at some point because in the very beginning when they released the game it was not there, and it was I don't know, I didn't play back then in 2015. I started playing it in 2017, I think, when a friend of mine told me about this game. But
military camp. No locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
I look like a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
A witcher? Captain Peter Sugwin Levy is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
Guessing your captain's got work for me.
This is the army, Nordling. There is no guessing.
To the tower. Go.
so I don't know how they played in 2015. Well, you get a lot of food, but you need to press it like every 1 minute. It works only for, I don't know, 20 seconds, 30 seconds or something, or 15 maybe. It's kind of annoying. So this gourmet ability is one of the most important abilities in a long run, kind of.
How much grain will your village give?
Whatever you say, Your Excellency.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant. How much can you give?
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads, the Temerians, that is, took from us earlier and...
You will give 30, and that will do. Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I summoned only the Elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be him.
Very perceptive of you. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Vatgern. This explains why I did not hear your footsteps. What do you seek here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
There is a griffin in the area. Slay it. And then I shall see what I can do.
It's a deal. Some questions before I start. Know where the griffin has its lair?
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men. A hunter found them 2 days on. They only recognized them because they wore our plate. Since then, the griffin has grown bold. A Attacks in villages, fields, on the main road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
I'll need bait, a specific herb, buckthorn. Scent should lure the griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn? I do not know this. But I am not yet fluent in the common tongue.
Probably mastered the basics, though. Hands up. Kill them.
No. First came idioms. Don't play with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Need more information about this griffin. Its sex, why it's abandoned its lair.
Shall I bring you witnesses?
They won't say anything I don't already know. I need to go where your men died. Look around. What's the name of the hunter who found them?
Mislav. He has a hut south of the village, very near the wood. Helpful fellow. A little strange, though.
So long.
Tamira and Mislav. Thanks.
Essun Yakten.
Is it true? Northern women.
There is a lot of information in this game. It's it's yet another dilemma. Whether you should or should not check all the dialogue options. Don't understand. Okay, it's fast travel. Because if you check all the dialogue options, if you check everything, every piece of info, you probably spend in this game a lot of hours. But here's the problem. You see, do you really want to do that? Or probably those who are playing this game for the first time and they get a lot of time. It's a good option, but
Stop!
Whoa, Master Witcher!
Slower. What happened?
Monsters! Monsters from the swamp! Folk said the road was fraught with peril, but I wouldn't listen. Got my comeuppance now.
Less moaning, more details. What happened, and how can I help? And remember, I don't work for free. Witcher's code and all.
Well, was on my way to the Black Ones to trade. Suddenly my horse got spooked, ran clear off the road. We hit a bump, I went flying and the horse and cart rolled on. Then I heard bubbling, neighing, slurping. Something came out from the muck, devoured Asher, hooves and all. No doubt my goods are still on the cart, but I'm too afeard to go and see. Thought maybe you. I'm most concerned about a little box. Bring it to me, I beg you.
Fine, I'll go. Let you know if I find that box.
Come on.
Cart tracks. Rode off into the swamp.
It's actually important to collect all the herbs to craft some things later on. So yep. so don't miss an opportunity to pick it up.
Here's the cart. Cart's riddled with arrows. Cart's riddled with arrows. I should take a look around. An arrow. Didn't mention this. Square in the neck. Good shot. Either the merchant's got serious memory problems, or he's lying.
Found the little box.
Must be that box he mentioned. Splattered with blood. Human blood.
Oh, and you find the box?
Yeah, found your priceless chest. And someone who looks an awful lot like a cart driver, with an arrow through his neck. No dryads in these swamps, and never known a drowner or a water hag to use a bow. So lacking any other suspects, I'm guessing.
Watch out! Behind you!
There's nothing behind me. I'm a witcher, I'd have heard it. Just like I can hear your heart, which is pounding, like a liar's. Best hope you're a better rider than you are a liar.
Gotcha. You can. I need oh no. I need this one.
Not so fast, Roach.
I'm not sure I'll be able to use it in... Oh no. The wrong one. No. I completely forgot how to use How am I supposed to knock him down? That's the problem. I'm not entirely sure.
Easy.
Oh no. 'Cause I'm gonna kill him with if I use the weapon. But if I don't use the weapon, he's just gonna run away. Oh no! Oh boy. He's dead.
Gotta get him out of here. Wake up. See? Can't run from the truth. Not even on horseback.
That's great.
Now who are you, and why'd you attack that cart?
Private First Class John Gierner, Temerian 6th Division, 2nd Regiment. Disbanded, but still active. Underground, in the woods. That was a medical transport. I'd be damned if it reached the Black Ones. And the medicine, our lads could use it too. We've many ill among us. You let me go, and they might live and fight once more for a free North.
Now that's an interesting question. See, another dilemma. And I'm not sure which one is the correct option. You can either bring him to Nilfgaardians, which is... They're not gonna give you anything special. You can let him go without the medicine. He's gonna be alive, but that's it. Or you can give him back the medicine because Temerians are in war with Nilfgaardians. And I don't know what to choose. And you need to choose something. I'll probably let him go. They're trying to sabotage the Nilfgaardian Empire, the Nilfgaardian advancement to the Temerian lands and stuff. It's just so awful. Whatever.
Fine. Go. And may you and your soldier buddies hiding in the bushes be victorious in your struggle against Nilfgaard.
You've a vile sense of humor. But you're a decent man. Here, the gold I promised. Use it well. Drink to the silver lilies, and to Foltest's memory. Thanks once again. Temeria has not yet perished as long as we still live.
His horse popped out of nowhere. Oh look, there's someone here.
Come on, Roach.
Oh. Who are you and why there's a quest here?
Greetings.
A witcher? You see the notice? Hear about the well?
A well? First I've heard. There a problem?
Aye. 'Tis haunted. Has been for a good 20 years.
20? So why'd you put out a notice just now?
Because earlier on we drew our water from the river. But so many corpses floating in it after the battle it's turned noxious. My daughter Mandy drank half a pitcher. Fell dreadful ill, can't keep nothing down. She grows worse by the day. Herbalist claims you fight a fever with drink. And not beer nor cider, but water. Clear, pure water. And where am I to get that if not from the well? But first, the ghost's got to be driven away. And it don't let any man near.
This ghost. Describe it for me.
Well, it's awful frightening. Awful.
I meant, what does it look like?
It looks like a woman, but fresh from the grave. Wears a dirty dress, all rags, its skin flaking off its bones, and it howls like it's suffering.
Some wraith. Or maybe an alp.
If you don't wallop it, Master, if you don't take care of it, that is, it'll come kill me daughter.
Fine, I'll help. Where's this well?
In Havel, a settlement on the heights. It's abandoned now, no one ventures there on account of the ghost being about. Drive it off, please.
Sure. Off I go. Stacks. His daughter is really ill.
She's a fever. Has fainting spells. She's in a bad way, Master. A bad way.
What? Let's try to help him. Her. Mr. Roach. Oh yeah, the
Move it.
local board. Let's visit it as well. Notice board.
Making me a slingshot. Gonna hunt
This is one of the first things that you need to visit, where you need to stop by when you visit in a village. Death to the invaders. Not the best reader in the world, probably. Orc, fair folk of the north, if you if you have a yearning for freedom, if you're prepared to take up arms to defend the motherland, head to the woods. We grow stronger by the day and will soon show the Nilfgaardian vermin that the Temerian nation will not bear its yoke without a fight. If your heart bleeds blue and golden lilies, you will sooner die for your country than live as a slave to foreigners. Let us swear by our fathers who fell to the beasts at Sodden, by the souls of the dead buried at Brenna. To arms! Whatever. This is not really important, but it, for those who are actually interested in the Witcher world, it might be interesting to read all those things, you see, and kind of discover the culture of the local villages. Now, I think this thing is important in the case if you're kind of trying to live a life as a Witcher, because you know the positive point, the difference between video games and TV series, one of the main and probably why me personally I prefer video games, is because in this kind of video games, especially as in The Witcher, you are you're controlling the character and you're able to choose your playstyle, your clothes, your fight style, your, I don't know, I mean clothes in The Sims, gear in The Witcher, weapons, you know, and stuff. And so you feel more immersed in the game, not like in the TV series, because in the TV series you're just watching from far away, kind of. While in the video game you're controlling the character, so you feel more immersed in the game. And so this kind of notices and little stories, this game doesn't have very advanced NPCs. It was not developed in 2023. So you're not gonna see an NPC, I don't know, cut down the tree whole day and then in the evening he's gonna eat with his or hers, his wife or her husband and children, and then they're gonna, I don't know, wash themselves and go sleep. This is not how it works in this game. Unfortunately, maybe when we'll play The Witcher 4, it's gonna be like that. And NPCs will be pretty advanced. Maybe they're gonna... I think I've heard some rumors about the fact that The Witcher 4 or the new Witcher is gonna be developed on the Unreal Engine 5? 4? 5? 5? Or 4? Whatever. So it'll be way better. But it's a hypothetical for now. At least for now, it's a hypothetical thing. So the best way how you can immerse in the game, in The Witcher 3 at least, is by reading this kind of stories, notices, and things. So it's kind of interesting. Might be. But as I said, it takes a lot of time, and I think there's the it's a little kind of problem. I think when you're playing this game for the first time, it probably can help you a lot to immerse more in the game. When you're playing this game for the second, third, fourth, fifth time, is it really useful to read all these notices? I don't know. The red things, like these big ones, are actual quests, so you can read only these ones. Any man willing to help, look for a raised hut along the road to White Orchard, just near the bridge. I've made camp there. Dune, Wildenberg. So I seek a man brave, able with a sword, and willing to venture out with me to find Bastion. I won't pay much, for I have not much to give, but I'm not stingy with gratitude and sure to show it plenty. That's it. We can take this one and this one. And there's another quest here, so
Jetty!
Now listen carefully.
when I check this guy as well.
What am I to do? Eh?
Jetty,
What?
that's me!
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Easy on the insults. I could add to your misfortune. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came. I'm the only smith around, so I got to service their garrison. Bang dents out of plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgaardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. But humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left, but I'll give you all if you bring me that horse in, so that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks, but found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
That's true, that's true.
Hide, Hellraiser.
Okay, so let's check this. Let's do this quest.
Making me a slingshot. Gonna hunt bears.
Shavings from a tinderbox. Arsonist must have lit his torch here, tossed it on the roof, then fled through the orchard. Boot prints. A man's. Large. Stinks of piss and vodka.
You know what's actually funny? It's the fact that in this... Yeah, well, in this video game, they portray a lot of men as some kind of... I mean, maybe not alcoholics, but they drink a lot. And that's actually the case in the Eastern countries. Well, especially Russia, for example, is very well known for kind of this alcoholism, male alcoholism, and so all this kind of stereotypes, especially in the small villages, and especially right now that there's a war in Ukraine, and a lot of people who are coming back to Russia from that war, they're drinking. They're drinking alcohol because they come back with PTSDs, right? Post-traumatic syndrome, whatever.
Took off his
I've
boots
watched
and
some
went in the
interviews,
water. Probably wanted to cover his trail.
and even documentaries. It's kind of crazy.
Gonna be fine.
It's probably the case in Ukraine as well, but I know that in Russia it's way... I feel like in Russia it's way more widespread than in Ukraine.
lump of bread today.
And so even though it's a video game, but you know, the vast majority of creations, whether it's a video game, I don't know, painting or a book or a TV show or something, a lot of them, especially books, they're kind of based on something, on maybe, you know, on real stories, more or less. So, you know, if The Witcher 3 is based on the Witcher universe, which was created by a Polish author, which means that if he portrays these things, maybe not exactly the way we see them in game, but still more or less similar way, probably means that he has some experience with it, and he saw certain things, because you don't create things based out of nothing. I mean, he didn't create this world. The Witcher doesn't happen in some kind of a weird planet in the Milky Way universe, on some other planet with not humans but some weird creatures doing weird things. It's happening. It's kind of an imaginary world, but it's very well based on the real world.
Something jumped out of the rushes. Drowners. But he managed to escape. Lost his boots in the rush. Tracks lead back to the village. Bleeding, but not badly. Surface wound.
My gran told me about the Smith's boy. Lad went missing one day, so
It's
folk
a
nabbed the witch
yonder
that was
ain't
hunting
Caer.
nearby, started poking him, asking. When he started twisting and squirming, so wham bam, they knocked his head off.
Aye, so it were. Except it was some drowner that had supped on the kid. Witcher had naught to do with it.
Freak.
What did the folk do? Seemed like they could have sewed his head back
For
on.
trouble.
Word is, the lady's
Trail ends here, but I'll recognize him by his wounds. Drowner claw marks. It's gotta be him. Nasty wound. Run into a drowner?
What the fuck do you care?
Whoa, our arsonist's a charmer too. Come on, Smith wants to talk to you.
I not talk to a non-human. Sons of bitches all, and dwarves are the worst. Greedy little magpies, do anything for gold they will. They forge the blades the black ones put to our throats, am I not right? Listen, we can work this out man to man. I give you gold, you don't turn me in. My mum died a while back and I sold her tools. I've spent some, but what's left is yours.
That's helpful.
Magpies and dwarves might be greedy, but I'm not. Can't buy me.
Then I'll beat your fucking mug to a pulp!
Calm down. Now follow me.
It's magic. I love the sign. It's a very, very good one. You avoid a lot of delicate situations, you know, with weird people and even creatures. I think you can use them on trolls.
What all Ernest prophesied before he
tragedy
turned his
one.
toes up? That war was nigh. Lucky he didn't live to see it himself.
You talk bigger bollocks than a noon rates unicorn.
You chew 'em or swallow 'em whole.
Hey!
Oh, come on!
Viper-eyed Hellraiser.
To find a large one. Just welcome to me. I need to visit him.
It's raining, it's pouring, and
By the way.
Brandy's snoring. He bumped his head when he went to bed and waked himself good morning.
What do you say? Who taught you that?
Jetty.
Now listen careful. You're never to sing that rhyme again. Never.
Up and at 'em.
What's going on?
Here you go. One village pyromaniac in the flesh.
Nap? You? I knew your mum for years. Charged her nary a copper. This is how you repay me. I've had enough. Hey, soldier. A minute of your time, please.
No! Willis, I beg you. I was drunk. Didn't know what I was doing.
I've told you, Master Willis. We will help you rebuild once reinforcements come. The supplies have been ordered.
Not what this is about, mate. This here's the arsonist. A witcher found him.
The forge was important to the garrison. Destroying it was sabotage. No trial needed here. Just a tree.
Very harsh punishment.
Harsh as punishment goes.
But deserved. You know, I hated the Black Ones at first, like everybody else did. Now I'm thinking they might just bring order to this place. Teach these layabouts some manners. But enough about that. Your reward. And I managed to save some things from the fire. Anvil's still whole, so I'm sure I can bang something out on it. You need anything, let me know. Give you a good price.
You see, it's yet another example that we need order. That's very important. Because without order, we are in a very weird we'll find ourselves in a very weird world, situations, circumstances, whatever. But my point is that
May the sun shine upon you.
we really need some kind of order, you know. Even though they, like, Nilfgaardians are seen as invaders, and it might be true. I'm not justifying them. I don't know who's right, who's wrong. It's a very complex world, you know. But it's just to tell you that a lot of people are doing weird things, even in real world. And it's very important to have some kind of rules in the society. And just because you don't know those rules doesn't mean that you are not responsible for the consequences. It's like not knowing, and it's a very well-known fact that, I mean, I don't know, you don't know, I don't know how, but let's suppose you don't know that you don't need to kill people, or you don't need to steal something. And if you kill and you steal and you get caught, you're gonna be responsible, even if you didn't know kind of legally that by the law you're gonna get punished. So not knowing the rules does not liberate you from the consequences. I mean, it's normal.
Bad time.
Not at all. Hand me the beggar tickets. The red bloom. Well, well, one versed in herbs.
Probably saying too much, but I know a bit. For instance, that beggar tick's poisonous.
In large doses. Small ones soothe pain and bring forth pleasant dreams. Which is all I can hope to do for her.
Looking for buckthorn. Know if it grows anywhere around here?
Bottom of the river, where the channel's widest. But you do know that once out of the water...
It'll stink worse than a week-old carcass. Counting on it. I'm hunting the griffin. Need the buckthorn for bait.
I was thinking... A few years ago, we had trouble, drowners under the bridge. The whole village had to pitch in for a witcher. Who now can afford the bounty on a griffin's head?
Captain Peter Sars, something.
Ah, good to know the Black One's looking out for our welfare.
Nilfgaard values one thing. Order. Griffin's disturbing that. It's gotta go.
Yes. First they'll tend to
Order.
the monsters, then to the folk.
We value
Not from
order.
here, are you? A lot of
I
bitterness in
prefer
you.
the British
Too much for
pronunciation
someone
of
who
this
spent
word.
her life in a hut in the middle of nowhere.
True.
It's a better
And
one.
you're in a hurry. Elsewise you'd not use bait, just wait for the griffin to attack again.
Believe we could have an interesting conversation.
Maybe next time.
Wow. So, yeah, a lot of people are living in doing weird things. And okay, I've mentioned I was talking about the having consequences even if you don't know the rules or the laws, but just a simple example that a lot of people are living in a very weird kind of world. They're being delusional, then they're doing a bunch of different weird things. A lot of couples break up, a lot of people are doing a bunch of weird things. I don't know, you just have to watch some of the interviews. Sometimes I'm watching those kind of... They're not really interviews, I don't really know how to call them. Like, let's say, there is a guy that is just... I've watched it on a bunch of different channels. The guy just goes on some popular street, I don't know, Texas, Austin, Texas, or somewhere else, whatever, in other cities. And he's just asking, why do you think what are your preferences for men, or what are your preferences for women? What do you think, how much money should a man have, or whatever? Bunch of different weird questions, whatever. And people are asking such a weird, people are answering such weird answers, and they're doing weird things, and people are weird. A lot of people are weird. It's just crazy.
Lost your key, ma'am?
No, not me key. Me pan. It always sat there empty, this hut. That is, till the night afore the battle. A man arrived, walked right in like 'twere his own. Was standing at me window, peering at the goings-on. He must have eyed me, 'cause next I knew, there he was, coming my way. So, I grabbed me pan, for protection, see? But he just asks all polite, Gran, got any birch bark by chance? Lilac berries or even a few coals? Nay, says I. And you must be right daft to pester folk at night with such foolery. But I sees he ain't listening. Just staring at me pan like a magpie at a copper. Lend it to me, Gran. I'll give it back come morn. Was right baffled for what's he doing, frying in the dark. But I've got a soft heart, so I gave it to him.
Fascinating story. Any chance you're nearing the end?
Afore dawn, another rode up to the hut. But come morn, only the first fella left, locked the door, hopped on his horse, and that were all I saw of him, and me pan. 'Twere old, black with soot, not worth much, I suppose, but I've no other. Will you help me, dearie? Bring an old widower pan. I could never break down that door myself. And in truth, I'm afeard to go in any road. Such a stench wafting out. Methinks the other fellow, well, that he's lying there.
Never taken on a pan contract. Fine, I'll go in, look around. You should wait here, just in case.
So we really need rules, and we need someone to enforce those rules, because otherwise people are just gonna... What I see is that nowadays a lot of girls are completely crazy. They're saying weird things. They're doing weird things. I mean, guys as well. But a lot of interviews are just happening with girls. I think that's
the corpse explains the stench.
That's the problem. Usually it's guys doing some interviews, asking girls what are they thinking, or what are they doing, or what are they...
Monaco.
You know.
Interesting.
What's that, dearie?
Nothing, nothing. His throat, he was garroted. And some old scars. Kinda soldier might have. His throat, he was garroted. And some old scars. Kinda soldier might have.
Found the pan, have ye?
Documents, almost entirely burnt. A few pieces still legible. The priceless frying pan. Scrubbed clean. Looks like the mystery man didn't need the pan so much as the soot off it to make ink, write letters.
Found the pan, have ye?
Oh, damn. So, without order, there can be peace.
Here, your frying pan.
And tolerance.
Mine?
Everything
But
else.
mine were black with soot. And I could see myself in this one if I wanted. But them years are past.
It was the soot the man needed. He scraped it off to make ink. Must have had an urgent letter to write. Urgently burned some other documents too.
And the other fellow?
Dead. Round up a few boys and bury him outside the village. Deep, so the necrophages don't dig him up. And take my advice. Don't mention this to the Nilfgaardians.
Hang about! You've earned a token of thanks. Here, sonny, for the road.
Sonny.
Fry up a nice white fish for supper. Or a pie.
Yep. What I see is that when rules are not enforced, you see, it's a very big problem. It's a very philosophical dilemma. I don't know. It's crazy. It's a little bit like with video cameras everywhere. Nowadays, in a lot of big cities, especially in downtowns, but everywhere else as well, we have video cameras. London is known to be one of the most kind of watched city. There are cameras everywhere, and it's crazy. But here's the thing. If we want security, we need those cameras. We need someone to enforce those rules. And cameras, they are helping a lot. But the problem is that we are paying with our freedom. Our freedom is the currency, apparently. And the problem is that right now, everything might be fine. I don't know, in London, doesn't matter, in Paris, any other city, Moscow, Shanghai, whatever. But everything is fine. But eventually, some crazy person might come to power, or some company that uses those cameras to control everything might do something weird. I don't know, maybe sell those videos or track someone or do something else. So we need those cameras kind of to protect ourselves from, I don't know, terrorists. We even such a basic thing as trash. What I don't like, me personally, and I see that in my city, in France, there are people who are, I don't know, they are smoking, and then there are just throwing those cigarettes everywhere. There are people who are drinking from cans, and they are then throwing them as well. There are people who are eating something, they are throwing the trash everywhere, and no one is enforcing those rules. I mean, of course, the vast majority of people are more or less adequate. They understand that they should not do that, not only because it's not attractive, we're polluting the environment, and of course there are some fines probably. But the problem is that because no one's really enforcing it, there are still weird people, I don't know, maybe foreigners or I don't know who are living like pigs, who are eating, drinking, or smoking, or whatever, and they're not taking care of things, or even the public transportation. What I see is that in my city they installed tramways maybe 5 or 6 years ago, or 7 maybe, I don't know. And in those 5 or 6 years, tramways inside of them, they kind of still look modern, but the problem is that inside you see scratches, you see weird things, like someone was hitting the door. You see all those weird things, and they're not destroyed inside. They're new, kind of, but their state actually worsened over the years, and that's the problem. Because people are not taking care of things, and you see, I don't know what to do in this situation. We need someone to enforce the rules, because there are people who are completely, I don't know, they're living in the parallel universe, or I don't know what's their problem, but they're not taking care of things. If you're using the public transportation, you don't need to destroy the bus or tramway or whatever. If you use it, you need to take care of it. Same for when you're eating something. There are garbages everywhere. If you eat something, you throw it there. You don't throw it on the grass. And that's the problem. See, I don't know what to do in this situation. I don't want to pay with my freedom. I don't want to be observed everywhere by cameras. But at the same time, I don't want to see those people. I don't want to see those weird packages or cigarettes everywhere on the grass. I want to see normal public transportation, not destroyed. It's not because you use the public transportation that it needs to deteriorate. I want to see normal doors in the tramways, or I don't know, buses. But I see that people are not taking care of that. And I'm living in France, you know. Imagine in, I don't know, Eastern countries, or in some certain Asian countries, in certain African countries. It's even worse probably. And you see, this is the problem. I don't know what's the solution to this problem, but it's kind of sad. And they're showing good examples in this game. I think I'll stop here because it will be a long quest and it will take some time, so I'll just continue the next time. So yeah, that's it for now, and will continue in the part 2.